Hello, everyone. It's Lee Henson, president and founder of Agile Dad, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. So without any further ado, let's get started. I wanted to talk to you today. It's Friday. The weekend's almost here. Things are exciting. I wanted to talk to you today about 10 incredibly easy ways to improve your productivity. Now, I know there's a lot of these articles out there, and I'm a big fan of GTD. If you're not a David Allen getting things done guy or gal, you need to get on that bandwagon and take a look. He's got lots of ways to help you get things done. But this top 10 list is more of a personal list. It's more of a list that's going to help you really take control of what you're trying to do and really press forward in a way that you didn't know was possible before. So first one on our list is take regular breaks. That might sound counterintuitive on the surface, but if you take short breaks between stints of work, that's going to help you reduce the amount of stress that you have, exhaustion or decision fatigue. If you maximize your efficiency while you're working and then take short interval breaks, it's going to help you be much better at what you do. For example, if you ever work out or you do bike riding, they have something called the Tabata method where it's 20 on, 10 off. And you work hard for 20 seconds, then you get 10-second break, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. And it sounds like a crazy thing to do, but it works out. And it's one of the ways that you can prove that, Coach Tabata coached a hockey team, if I'm not mistaken. And what he proved was that this method with regular intervals and short breaks made you very much stronger. It made you physically stronger. It made you mentally stronger. It worked really well. Second one on the list is called Eat the Frog. Now, that sounds so funny, but this quote from Mark Twain says, "Eat a live frog first thing in the morning and nothing worse will happen to you for the rest of the day." I know that sounds silly, but find that one thing on your to-do list that's crucial that you know you need to do, but it's the thing you don't want to do, the thing that you hate to do. And if you got a lot of those, eat the ugliest frog first, right? You need to find that one thing and just get it done. Because then once you get that done, even if you don't get anything else done that day, the rest of your day is a success, right? So find that frog and eat it early in the morning. Coming in at number 3, learn a single task. So the truth is your human brain was not wired to multitask. There, I said it. In fact, there's hardly any such thing as multitasking. You can quickly context switch, but true multitasking doesn't even exist. In fact, when you're toggling between multiple things, it hampers your ability to remember things, and it increases stress, it increases mental fatigue. So I think that you need to learn how to single task efficiently. You can single task, get focused on one thing, and when you're done with that thing, even whether it's for a short time or whatnot, move on to something else and call it good. Don't sit there and try to bounce back and forth between multiple things. It's going to reduce your productivity by as much as 40% if you do. So please, please, please don't do it. The next one's called follow the 2-minute rule. And this comes straight from David Allen, straight from GTD. The gist is if you have a pending task that can be completed in 2 minutes, you should do it right away. It'll take longer to review and finish it later. Think about like daily chores, like answering emails, making your bed, doing the dishes. It's just easy for you to get these things done, eliminate procrastination, and knock them out. That's just a simple GTD rule, and I love it. The next one is plan each day the night before. Now, I'm not a big fan of planning in detail, but creating a simple to-do list the night before is going to help you get ahead. So this comes from a talk that I once heard given at American Express. I was there teaching and coaching. And they said, the CEO was there, and he says, one of the things that he does to help him be more efficient is to keep his list realistic, simple, and small, and to find things that he knows he can do the night before and get those done the next day. I thought that was pretty cool, right? It just shows that, they put on their pants one leg at a time, just like we do. The next one is if you have a commute, take advantage of your commute. Now, I know many people are working from home during this whole COVID time, but if you have a commute, you can take advantage of listening to podcasts or listening to thought-provoking books or articles, or you can listen to the Daily Stand-Up podcast. All right, that's a good one. But there's lots of things you can do while you're inside the car. Take advantage of that commute time. The next one says get organized. Now, there's a difference between get organized and be completely neat. I want to make sure I point that out. So there are people who have a messy workspace but an organized desk, where they know exactly where everything is, but it might appear messy to everyone on the outside. What you need to do is find a comfort zone that's not disturbing to others, but contributes to your success and not to stress and fatigue. So in order to improve your mental health and work efficiency, declutter your workspace, keep it at a level that's consistently easy for you to know where things are, and make sure that you have everything aligned in such a way that you feel comfortable and confident with your ability to quickly retrieve whatever you're looking for. Easy enough. Next one is eliminate digital distractions. Did you know that the average person spends about 1/4 of their workday browsing social media or looking at news for non-work related activities? 25% of their day. Occasionally browsing through and checking your social media feed isn't necessarily a bad thing, but constantly checking your phone is a big productivity no-no, right? So set a time limit, time box those series where you're going to use the internet or social media. And, outside of that, put your phone on a silent mode, put it aside, and don't let it distract you, especially in a work from home environment. That's an easy one to violate, right? So make sure you're taking advantage and taking care of that. My favorite one that I wrote down was make a not to-do list. We all know what the to-do list is, but what's a not to-do list? Well, take some time to analyze the things you could have done differently and more efficiently, and make sure you make a list of things that you're going to do to be more productive or not be unproductive. I think that makes sense, right? So you have to do some self-analysis. You have to do an introspective, but you have to make sure that you're making those lists small and that you're incorporating them into your daily routine so they become habitual, so they become something that you want to do. And finally, my favorite one of all, get enough sleep. Did you know that 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night is crucial for your physical health and well-being? That's dangerous for me because I sleep usually about 6 hours and 30 to 6 hours and 45 minutes. But 30% of people aged 29 to 39 and 40% from 40 to 59 report getting less than a recommended amount of sleep. This is going to help. Getting the right amount of sleep is going to help elevate your mood, boost your creativity, reduce stress, improve your memory. It's got a lot of things, and it'll help you with split-second decisions, having a healthy morning routine. There's so many things that it can help you with, but the problem is most people don't take the time to do this. So I often tell my children, they like to stay up late, and I'm like, kids, if you just get to bed, it's so critical for you to do that, especially when you're in your learning years. Make sure you get the right amount of rest. It's going to help you in the end. So I hope that you found these tips helpful. As always, it's not necessarily Agile related, but it's something cool to help you keep going. Tune in to the Agile Dad podcast next week. We're going to cover a lot more fun and exciting topics. As always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next week, do take care.